What is up, guys of the interwebs? How you doing? My name is BobaTalks, and today I'm here to react to the new Solo Star Wars story trailer. And I know I'm a little bit late with this, but either way, I wanted to share my experience with you guys as I do, and then try my best to break down and give you my thoughts immediately afterwards. So if you're new to this channel and you want to see more Star Wars videos kind of like this, why not subscribe to never miss out on one, I suppose. And also, if you do end up enjoying this video, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. But I'm going to get straight into this video because I'm very excited to see this trailer. Freaking huge Star Destroyer or something.
You're after something.
Han Solo.
Is it revenge?
Alden's looking good.
Or is it something else?
Falcon.
You look good. A little rough around the edges, but good.
Heard about a job. Big shot gangster putting together crew.
I'm a driver, and I'm a flyer. I waited a long time for a shot like this. What do you think? Well, what do you know?
You got a line on a ship?
Yeah, I know a guy. He's the best smuggler around.
I heard a story about you. I was wondering if it's true.
Everything you've heard about me is true.
Lando Calrissian.
L3! Let's go with a mean man's face.
Who are these guys?
Wow, that really like Han.
If you come with us,
right there.
You're in this life for good.
You might wanna buckle up, baby.
Here they come! Let me give you some advice. Assume everyone will betray you, and you will never be disappointed.
I got a really good feeling about this.
Since when do you know how to fly?
190 years old? You look great. Push it!
Oh. Man, this trailer's epic. Woo.
So glad we took this job!
Chewie. Oh my god. That was cool. That's definitely the best trailer that has dropped for that film so far. Oh my god, that was really good, and I think that should hopefully get people a bit more excited about Alden Ehrenreich and just the film in general, because I think that was really cool, and I'm very excited to see this film even before this, but now. Whew. So in this trailer we got a lot more footage of Alden himself, so as Han Solo, the young Han Solo. A lot of people were worried about beforehand in the other trailers, usually you would show your biggest thing in the trailer, the thing you're most proud of, and people were saying that should really be Alden Ehrenreich, right, for Han Solo, since the film is about Han Solo. So that was kind of putting people off that they weren't showing him as much, but in this trailer I feel like they did put him right at the front. It was brilliant. I mean, we also got a lot more shots at Lando Calrissian, also the first time Han ever meets him, and he seems very I don't know, very full of himself, but just like he should be. I mean, I don't know, I love everything that we saw between Lando and Han. There is a lot of the same kind of humor or chemistry they're trying to pull off there between Harrison Ford and his Han and Chewie, and they tried to really show that off in the trailers, like, what do you think of this? And then Chewie's like, obviously probably disagreed, and he was like, well, what do you know? Just things like that I really like. Even that moment towards the end of the trailer where Chewie is falling, I just felt like, you know, those desperate moments. It kind of reminded me when Harrison Ford was falling off the skiff in Return of the Jedi, and he was grabbing onto Lando even, and I felt like it was reminiscent of that. I just feel like, obviously this isn't Harrison Ford, but you know the funny facial expressions Harrison Ford will make, or when he was blind and he was doing all that stuff in the old films, as I said, holding on to Lando. And I feel like this kind of like Alden really kind of pulled that a bit off in that. It just took me right back to that moment. I'm pretty sure these moments that we're seeing on screen right now is like one of the first times, if not the first time, Han is seeing the Millennium Falcon, where he's just brushing it. It's very reminiscent of like when he even is like the owner of it much further into the future, where he still treats it like his baby and basically pets it. But here we can see that he's really admiring the ship. We get a lovely aerial shot of like the new off the line, you know, Millennium Falcon, which is really cool. And you can tell, even though that this isn't his ship yet, when Lando tells him to buckle up, he is not kind of really happy not being behind the wheel. I mean, in this trailer, he's like, I'm a driver and I'm a pilot or something like that. I feel like he just doesn't like not being in control, and Lando's in control here, and he's just like, ugh. So that I feel like they really are pulling off. I'm really looking forward to this film, and I think I'm kind of hoping that the fact that people are worried about it, and hopefully when it goes into cinemas or the movies, and it turns out better than what people think, it will be a kind of a really unexpected success compared to what people thought it would be. So I'm really hoping for that, and that's the vibe I'm getting from this trailer. Oh man, it's so good. I'm really looking forward to this moment where they're on this kind of weird Star Warsy train, for a lack of a better word, and they're on top of it. It looks like it's gonna be a very cool action sequence. It looks like we're getting a new form of I don't know if stormtrooper is the right word, but some kind of Imperial trooper that, you know, Star Wars like to somehow implement into films that are set in the past. Yeah, it should have technically been there all along, and we should have seen them in the older films, but it, you know, it obviously doesn't work that way. But, you know, in canon, they were still there, but we just didn't see them. I kind of like stuff like that. I wonder how many things they can like include before you have to think, well, why didn't we see it in the old film, apart from very logical reasons. In this shot here, I swear this is like an ATST, or it might be a newer ATST that we haven't seen, or maybe an older ATST but new to us. I don't know if that's one of the new troopers I was literally just on about right next to the camera. So it would be really cool to see if Han or Chewie or someone like that had hacked this ATST, kind of like BB-8 did in was it The Last Jedi? I can't remember, but recently. But no, yeah, it's always fun. It also reminds me of in Return of the Jedi as well, when they were on Endor and they hacked the ATSTs as well. But yeah, this looks really cool. I'm looking forward to lots of little new things that they might be trying to implement in this film like this. But obviously this film as well is where Han and Chewie are going to kind of meet for the first time, and they'll like get that friendship that bonds Chewie to him for life. I guess maybe it is the Wookiee life debt. Maybe it is from that moment where Chewie's about to get his head splattered against that rock, and obviously Han is going to pull him up in time. But here we see, I believe, Chewbacca, but with another Wookiee. Now I'm wondering if this is a family member or if it is just a friend, kind of like when Yoda took off in Revenge of the Sith. It wasn't just him standing there. Could this be that very guy? I mean, you never know, but I am very excited to see even more kind of story for Chewie, because apart from Chewie being there with Han, we don't ever really get a proper glimpse into his life, and this is our first chance for that. Even though it's called Solo, a Star Wars story, we're going to get a lot more bang for our buck, I believe, with stuff like this. Also, I'm wondering when Han says, I've got a really good feeling about this, instead of I've got a bad feeling about this. I'm wondering if he takes over, because it'd be really funny if he takes over, because Lando couldn't actually hack, you know, being behind the wheel in this space wormy vortexy situation they're in towards the end with that freaking Star Destroyer going for it as well. Yeah, that'd be really cool if Han's like, right, let me take the wheel, and he's the one to get him out of it, and that is maybe why he keeps the ship. Obviously, maybe it's because of the whole betting thing as well with the dice. But yeah, I guess I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below, because obviously Han is going to get him out of this, and that's going to give him quite the name amongst the smugglers. So I absolutely adore it when there's a dialogue between Han and Chewie, and he actually realizes his age, because Chewie has been around for a long time. He's like 190 years old. But then we get the tease of that famous line, even though it's not punch it, I believe he says push it. It's the beginning of that magic between those two. So mind blowing. Now we see Paul Bettany here. It looks like he's wielding like a vibro bladey, like two vibro blades. If you know what a vibro blade is, I'm sure you played like the Old Republic. It depends. I don't know how canon they are. But yeah, that looks really cool. And he's like slicing through stuff in his office now. I'm not sure if it's like one of those Kylo Ren rage, you know, fits. But we see a guy. I'm not sure if he ducks out the way in time. I believe he's the one who gives everyone the mission. But we'll have to wait and see. But I love him as an actor, and I think him being in this film is going to be really cool as well. And he looks really creepy as well with his face going on, with what's going going on with his face as well. It's just weird. And this droid of Lando's, I think, is probably going to be the droid with the most personality we've ever seen in Star Wars, and that's saying something. And I mean it from the terms that I feel like it's the most human kind of version than what we've ever had, because it's like the way he is talking with the emotion as well isn't just like, you know, C-3PO is still very robotic when he talks. Even K2SO in Rogue One had personality, but was still very robotic. But in this one, it's like, I'm so glad we took this job. It's like, God, man, you're a droid. I mean, are you sure you're not human? So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that I really like this droid. But, you know, not every single droid is going to be a hit in Star Wars. So we're going to have to wait and see. But let me know what you think of this droid in the comments down below. Do you like the fact that it seems to be more human than ever? Apart from that, guys, I feel like that's the main gist of the trailer, with all the new things that we saw, in addition to, obviously, a lot of recycled clips that we've seen from other trailers. I would love to know your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. Are you more excited for this film now that I feel that this trailer is the best one we've had so far? I think it's great. I'm glad we got like a 2-minute trailer, more or less, I think. So I'm very, very excited, and I can't wait to see this film. I think it's actually going to be quite successful. I mean, at least I hope so, because it looks very, very good. But if you guys did enjoy this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. If you're new to this channel, why not subscribe for more Star Wars videos like this, because I do plan on doing more, and I will do it if you subscribe. So subscribe. So there's more Star Wars videos. If you want to stay a little bit more up to date with me personally, you can do so by following me on the links popping up on the screen around here, or in the description below. I do have Patreon as well. I just want to say thank you to every single one of my patrons. You really do make the difference in supporting this channel. And if you want to become a patron like any of these guys, why not check out the tiers? You may like them because these guys did. So yeah, be sure to check out that Patreon link at the top of this my description. Be sure to check out my Discord server, because that is where we talk about all the nerdy and geeky stuff, including Star Wars. So I'll leave that invite link in the description below. But apart from that, guys, share this video with your friends. Let's talk about Star Wars with everybody. And yeah, I guess I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.